Obby Core Lab Remixable was created for the Meta Horizon Creator Competition Open Source Champions. First, I'll show a little bit of the world, and then we'll take a look at some items in the editor. When you first join the world, your eyes are drawn towards this info marker, which is how potential remixers can find information about the items that they are next to. The hobby contains many classic mechanics like checkpoints, kill bricks, disappearing platforms, and bounce pads, but I also wanted to have some more modern abilities that remixers could potentially monetize and reward players with. These abilities include skip stages, double jumps, speed boosts, and are available in this example shop always for free. These abilities also can be simply enabled or disabled by default without having to go through the shop interface if desired. As you go through the stages here, you'll notice when you first come to a checkpoint, there's an info marker here, and that gives information about checkpoints. And as you continue on, there's another info marker up there, and that gives information about the kill brick that it's next to. This trend continues as you go through the obby. As each new mechanic is introduced, there's a info marker next to it to give remixers information. The player has a menu to where they can do things like use their skip stages or enable and disable their double jump and speed boost, and they can also teleport back to the start or the highest stage that they have achieved. The stage persists across sessions. So that's a quick look at a couple of the stages. The folders in the editor are nicely organized to help remixers find what they need. The managers are here at the top, with the player manager having important settings in it like the default speed, gravity, and double jump settings. The checkpoint manager also has some important settings inside of it. Templates are here for all the basic mechanics, and I suggest in the documentation that the remixers create assets out of any mechanics they want to use, and then they can update the graphics and change the trigger size if necessary and use them in their own stages. Speaking of stages, those are all nicely laid out here as well for remixers to use and learn from. A noteworthy feature of this remixable world is the trigger toggle system. I found that using triggers was the most flexible and reliable way to detect collisions, but that can come at a performance cost. Let's re-enable showing of gizmos so we can see some of these areas. So basically, when a player is in any of these zones, all of the triggers within them will be enabled, but they will not be enabled when the player leaves. So the player leaves from this zone and goes into this zone, all the triggers over here are enabled, while all of these are disabled as long as there's no other players in there. The system works with tags, so remixers will need to tag their triggers if they want them to be automatically managed. I hope that you enjoy playing and remixing Obby Core Lab Remixable.